Welcome to WAC Basketball Preview Days presented by Hercules Tires. I'm Kendra Sheehan. California Baptist women's basketball program joins us. Head coach Jared Olson, his 10th season with the Lancers, and Ane Oleta joins us as well. Coach, I'll start with you. Defending WAC champions, how much pressure is there for this team to come out and continue to dominate in such a tough league, made even tougher with 4 new teams?
Well, pressure is a privilege. I think Billie Jean King said that. And so we will embrace that mantra, that quote. We're just happy we have a really good team coming back. And, it's going to be a little bit tougher this go around. The league is a lot more challenging. We've added some great teams. I mean, everybody knows that Stephen F. Austin is a great team. And the other 3 Texas schools coming in are also really good: Abilene, Lamar, Sam Houston. And that combines with the great teams we had in the WAC anyway. So I think it's going to be pretty exciting. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for us this year, and we're ready to embrace the challenge.
You mentioned you got some great players coming back. One of those, preseason player of the year, sitting right next to you. How much has Ane done for this program and impacted this roster?
I mean, Ane's a pretty amazing woman. It's a real privilege of mine to be able to coach her every day. I was super excited when she came back, just to have an opportunity to coach someone like that for a 5th year. It just makes my job so much easier. I've been doing this 10 years at CBU, over 20 in general, and I don't think I've ever had a player that had the determination and just the drive to be successful that she has. And that's not to take away from anything any of the other great players I've had, but it's just something special with her. And she's really turned herself into a great player. And it's just been pretty awesome to see that growth over time. And I couldn't be more proud of her as a player and a person. And I'm just really lucky to be able to coach her every single day, at least for 1 more year. Unless we redshirt you.
Thanks.
Ane, where does that drive and determination to be the best basketball player that you can be stem from?
I think my parents and my brother, they've always taught me, like, if you want something, you have to work at it. And I think one of the things that it took me to where I'm at right now, it's just my work ethic.
Led the nation in assists last season. How have you evolved your court vision to be able to distribute the ball so effectively?
I think since I've been at CBU, I've grown as a player. Coach taught me that basketball is not just like putting the ball in the hoop. You can impact the game in like multiple ways, just like moving the ball. And then another big thing is like my teammates. I just trust them to make that shot, and I just don't hesitate to pass the ball.
What did coach have to say to you to get you to come back for another season?
It was a tough decision. I was telling him the whole year I wasn't coming back. I thought I was ready for a change. But at the end of the year, I didn't know what to do. And I went up to him and he was like, "We'll take your time. I'm going to be really happy if you come back. But I'm going to be planning on the team, just like thinking like I was not coming back." But just he just didn't pressure me at all, so that was good.
But now that you're back, I'm sure he's obviously ecstatic. How much has your shooting improved since your freshman year?
A lot. When I came, I thought I was a good shooter, but
What has improved most, your shooting or your English? Because you couldn't do either one when you got here as a freshman.
I think both. But I don't know. I think here at CBU we work a lot on our threes. That's our game. And I think it's just improved a lot on that.
Coach, I read an article where you talked about Ane being a little bit of a ball hog when she first came, and now she's leading the nation in assists. How much has she developed as a player? How much has that helped your entire roster?
I mean, I think she definitely has evolved from someone that saw the game just from her own perspective into somebody that can like impact the game for others. And I think she's also kind of like learned that as a human being as well. I mean, I think that's something we're all kind of striving for. once we kind of get our own stuff under control, it's our responsibility to try to impact other people in the same way. And I think she does that both on and off the court right now. And it just really shows how mature she's become, and how much she's grown as a person and a player. And I mean, like I said before, I'm just really proud of her because she is someone that other people look to now, as a role model. And I couldn't ask for a better one for my daughter to look up to. And yeah, I'm really proud of her.
Coach, what is this program's culture like that you've established that keeps nearly an entire roster from the previous year?
I mean, Ani could probably answer that better than me, but I just think people just enjoy each other and enjoy the game. I mean, we have, a set of values that we definitely really strive for. It's commitment, humility, resiliency, integrity, selflessness, and trust. And I mean, we fail at those from time to time, but that's kind of like our center that we try to come back to. And I think that has really kind of made it more than just a basketball team. It seems a little bit bigger than that at times. But at the same time, I would say we do a pretty good job of balancing that, because I mean, it is a basketball team, and we're there for a common goal, and that's to really work, and make ourselves better. And I think a lot of the culture is just who's making it up. And we have a lot of I think you have a lot of great teammates, you would agree.
Yeah.
And I think when you asked her earlier about why she came back, I think that was a large part of it. I mean, she's got great friends on the team, and I think she wanted to spend more time with them. And I think that's pretty awesome. I'm really thankful that I have an opportunity to coach that group.
Ane, how much is that a testament to not just you being your 5th season with this team, but the rest of the players that are also on this roster, and creating that culture that keeps players wanting to come back year after year?
I think last year's group was special. And then everybody just coming back, it was just a plus to just come back. I think we care a lot about each other just on and off the court, which makes it very special.
Undefeated in WAC play last year. Ane, how much pressure is there to come in this new league and get some more wins and continue that streak? Have you seen the team improve this year from where you were at the start of last year?
Well, the pressure is there, obviously, but our goal is not to go undefeated this year. It wasn't a goal last year either. It just kind of happened. But I think our team is going to be good this year with the new people that we added. They're going to bring a lot of talent. So I'm just really excited to get out there and just be the best team we can be.
Coach, where's the biggest area that this team has made improvements from last year, where you think they can be even more dynamic on the floor?
I think just in general, I think we just have some room to grow, just like we all do all the time. So, I mean, I think that we're trying to be maybe a little bit more solid defensively. Maybe we'll just be a little bit sharper on offense. I mean, we won every game but one last year. So it's going to be tough to be better than that. But I think one of the things we need to improve on is just our mindset of not getting too high and too low, and just being a little bit more steady. And hopefully that'll kind of make up some small ground, because the margins are pretty slim, with when you're trying to win the whole thing, I think your margins are pretty slim. And hopefully we can make up for those small little things and the details as we're working towards things.
What's been the energy like in practice? How eager are these women to get back on the floor and get into gameplay again?
I think we're ready.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we could have probably used a game about a month ago, which would have been helpful. I think that's been that's probably the biggest challenge for us, is just that we have a lot of people returning. I mean, Ane in particular, I mean, I've coached her for 5 years, and I think there's times where she's probably heard the same thing too many times. And I think that there's a lot of people on the team that are probably like that, and I've probably seen the same. I've seen Ane make the same mistake too many times, right? And so I think a lot of it is just kind of working through some of that stuff and not overreacting. And then just being appreciative of when those games are happening, and we have a scrimmage this Saturday. We're all pretty excited, and we know that we're not perfect. We have a lot of work to do, but it's just going to be nice to kind of get out there and get into kind of the swing of things and get a good evaluation as to how much more work we have to go before the first game happens.
And you open the season at UC Riverside, November 9th. Coach Olson, Ane, thank you so much for speaking with me. Good luck this season. I hand it off to Michael. He's going to let the rest of the media ask you both some questions. Thank you again.
All right, thanks,
Thank
Kendra.
you.